Hello there.
I told myself, you know what, Ellie, let's take a couple days break from watching The Sopranos. We only finished season 3 yesterday, and we've only just uploaded episode 8 of season 3. So let's take a break. Let's get the uploads out first. Let's see how the people respond to it, and let's see if you can learn from some of the comments as well and get more insights from some of the comments before you begin season 4. But no, I'm too addicted to this show. I just gotta start. I'm sorry, guys, and I'll make it up to you eventually and address the previous episodes in future episodes. So what's going on, guys? My name is Elie Moses, a 23-year-old law and film student who's in your show, absolutely shooting a shot. And today I am beginning The Sopranos season 4, baby. I can't believe we're already up to season 4. I guess that's a testament to how great this show is. This episode is titled For All Debts, Public and Private. We're going to get into the reaction. I'm going to waste no more time with this thing. Let's absolutely slay it. A brand new season, baby. Let's go. Are we gonna begin with a, you know, a little musical montage to begin this season as well? I actually want to say something quickly as well. I thought about season 3 more yesterday after I finished it, and obviously you guys are going to see my reactions, and maybe some of the thoughts are not going to be in it because I've dwelled on it a bit more. And I want to touch upon Carmela, because someone talked about, there was a fantastic comment about episode 7 season 3 about Carmela and how, you know, she was aware of what she was getting into. And I asked this question later on in one of the episodes, but one of the comments said she was aware about what she was getting into. She knew the life, she knew the perks involved, and the perks keep her in it. And the comment basically said she's hypocritical, and she's pretentious at points as well. And you saw in the episode with the psychiatrist, Master Yoda, when he laid down the law on her, when, you know, he told her everything and said it how it is, no bullshit. She sort of like wanted to hear the good side and only take the good things, or like, you know, accept a way that she can kind of stay in the marriage a little bit because of the perks of being in it. Maybe she doesn't want to be independent. So that was an interesting take. And as well, I want to touch upon the Jackie April death, Jackie Jr. April death. In those conversations with Tony and Ralphie, I always thought, you know, it was Ralphie that obviously it was Ralphie that made the decision to obviously take out Jackie Jr. But I feel like Tony kind of channeled his inner Olivia there, and kind of was like, in the conversations, it was subtle messaging in terms of like, you know, Jackie Jr. kind of has to go, but I don't want to say he has to go, and it's on you, Ralphie. It was sort of like a chess game between Ralphie and Tony about, you know, who's gonna make the call to take out Jackie April, who's gonna bear that burden of, you know, having to make that final decision. I felt like Tony played it cleverly in the end, and, you know, it was Ralphie who made that decision to take out Jackie Jr. And I felt like Tony didn't want to make the call. He sort of like, you know, I don't know if I'm right in that department, but I just feel like it was a chess match between the two, and they were both trying to outsmart one another in terms of like, you know, someone making that final call and who's going to bear the consequences of it. Because I feel like Tony deep down knows he had to go.
Said Franco Federotti, an Italian sociologist. Essentially, the judges are saying what everybody believes. He was referring to raccomandazione, the
Who's she
Italian
talking
custom
to?
of seeking special treatment from people in power.
Oh, AJ.
This is our version of the Protestant ethic, Mr. Federotti said. The case concerned a clerk of a civil court in Potenza who was jailed for promising to speed up someone's trial. Evidence showed that he received 88 pounds of fish in return for his assistance.
88 pounds of fish. How many bodies is that? Divide it by 4. We always got to start the season with Tony walking down the driveway in the early morning. You know what walking down the driveway indicates? A new season. A new path. And the poor get poorer.
Yeah, she's here. She's on duty today. The same, undercover. Yeah, let me have her call you back. Deb, it was your mom.
Oh, so these two are dating. Both cops are dating. And she had a baby since? Or before? Oh, it's not the duckies.
Well, here you're complaining about your paper on ethnicity. Right here's some very interesting stuff. It's from your own background.
We're for Potenzo? I thought we were Nobly Dobbly or whatever.
Napolitan.
Napolitan.
Really as a whole.
The damn squirrels eat all that bread I put out for the ducks, or somebody sweep it up.
I do know that Meadow stepped in some soggy bread in her bare feet. You should have heard it.
What's that?
This is the New York Times that your friend here has delivered to him every day at school as part of his social studies requirement, and then he doesn't read them. I find them piled in his room.
You better make a go of it, that new school. You got no idea what we had to do to get you in there.
There's no reason you shouldn't be able to pass social studies.
You passing social studies?
You just reveal your own ignorance. It's only been 5 days. We didn't get grades yet.
I what? I reveal my own what?
My what? Aw, the juice spilled. Not that juice.
Oh, look at that. Now he's reading.
Now he's reading. I love the sly comments he makes about the kids, because like that's exactly my family. You know, like they're just so good. It's so good. Like when you don't want to pay attention to something, but then you pay attention to another, and then the parents just slide this. Oh, so good. It's so good. Like I said, you almost forget it's a show at points.
Hey, everybody.
Where's Furio?
How you doing, Tom?
AJ, finish getting dressed. You want some coffee?
Nah,
Has Furio got that bug again?
Tony likes to mix it up, you know.
You know what's funny with the undercover agent that's befriending Aid? You know, towards the end of last season, when obviously they set her up on that task, I was like, no, you flop, you're befriending Aid, and I know it's gonna be some fake girly relationship. You know, she might grow attached to Aid. She might have some feelings for other people in the mafia. You know, it might be a situation where it comes to the pinnacle point where she has to put, you know, she has to put her personal biases aside and, you know, go back. It's work. It's work at the end of the day. All right, it's work. But I don't know how diplomatic she's gonna stay. But I don't know. I feel like they intentionally showed us at the beginning of the episode that she had a kid or a newborn child to, I guess, make us root for her or have something to dwell upon as the audience.
Different cars.
And now you're gonna get fresh about it.
I'm just saying, I mean, I'm glad to do it.
Oh, I'm glad you're glad.
I love you.
You know, your father was like a mentor to me.
Right.
Stand up, you ask anybody. Your old man was a legend. He single-handed hunted down our New England crew. Brought the war home to them up there.
Another Chevy.
Nuns. Might be undercover feds, but I doubt it.
Sister Act.
You must be colicky.
I think he likes your hair better than I do.
40 e 12 fa 50.
Mr. Soprano,
There she is.
you be good now. Start.
I knew
You
that
know
was...
you could sue for talk like that nowadays.
Cancel my appointment. Let me die now if a man can't voice to a beautiful woman the zephyrs that are blowing through his
Oh
mind.
my God, will you listen to him today? Go in there now and strip down to your shorts.
You see now, I'm not going to touch that line. Too much class. But as for that lovely laugh line,
Come on, handsome, we're busy.
give me the cheek. Right here. I surrender. Do with me what you will.
Oh, man.
With you both.
Uncle Jun's a player. Hey, oh, come on, man. We went from, hey, we upgraded from Gloria Jeans to Starbucks right there. Come on, man.
Trial starts a week from Tuesday.
You'll beat it. Melbourne's good.
We have to change our arrangement.
Which arrangement is that?
These fucking lawyers are taking my internal organs. $1 million for this trial. Melbourne and Hirschhorn are charging. And that was bad enough. Now they put this Harvard kid on, this lackey. I don't know what the fuck he does. And then they just decided we needed audibility experts to testify you can't definitively state what people are saying on the government tapes. I could fucking tell them that.
Those guys, they got sound graphs and shit.
50 grand the cocksuckers are charging. Plus the minimization expert, plus the fucking monthly expenses, fucking Lexus fees, the Xeroxing. An entire forest in the Northwest must have given its life in Xerox paper just for this one fucking trial. I said to Mel, can't we just at one fucking meeting all read from the same sheet of paper, pass it around?
Our split stays the same.
I got medical bills too, Anthony.
I got cash flow problems of my own.
A one-time hit, 50, 75 grand to cover the audibility expert.
I got 2 kids in private school.
God damn it!
Get your shy running right. That's what you should be focused on.
Financial tension. Everyone's got money problems so far this season. Or it seems so, like.
Would you like to try some kielbasa, Kenchar Farms, nitrate free?
Like, did the money stop coming to Angie?
You're in a good mood. Want me to fix you a plate?
You shut that pocket right up.
You want to say hello to Danielle?
One has a kid, one has a new puppy.
I should go anyhow.
Enjoy your wine. Don't listen to his bullshit.
I gotta get up early tomorrow.
No matter how much the John offers you?
Pig.
This is beautiful.
Where'd you get it?
You said you were gonna go. Go. I gotta get some sleep.
She acting like she's wearing a camera in the eye, Kingsman style.
Froze to death in that mall today. They go crazy with the air conditioning.
So, when am I gonna see you again?
I'll call you.
Okay, sweetie.
Sweetie, sweetie.
Some of those bags look like Gucci.
Yeah, he gets that stuff all the time. His cousin's a liquidator. Tony's still acting all mean. Cosette, quiet.
That drugs?
Ever since I questioned his judgment on some Ralphie Jackie Jr. problem. Like he's fucking infallible, Pope Tony the 23rd or some shit. And now, of course, he starts in with my father so I could be compared all negative.
That's ice.
You never know. I could be on the endangered species list.
Chrissy.
Gonna get high?
Maybe I'll just smoke some.
Still nod.
Oh,
It's
no,
more
no,
addictive
no.
than shooting.
I don't do it every fucking day now.
No.
Some people.
That is bad choice
Shit.
road,
I
Chris.
got it under control.
Chrissy, Tony loves you. Why would he have you made if he didn't depend on you?
He could depend on me. When the fuck have I ever not been there 100%?
And you can see the marks in his toes as well, that he's been doing this for a bit now. It's Italy trip all over again. Just in New Jersey.
She was handing out free Polish sausage at the supermarket.
Don't start with that. I supported her long enough. You're so worried about the money.
Oh, so
Who's
he's
gonna
cut.
support your children? And me, if God forbid something happens to you. That's the point. Sil, Paulie, that is frightening.
You'll be taken care of.
Yeah, he's got the wired accounts in Russia. He's doing the deposits to Slava. He's thought long term.
You're set in perpetuity. There's money in overseas accounts.
Oh,
I
just.
have the serial numbers.
You'll have them the time. Not now. For your own benefit. So you're not an accomplice. Jesus Christ, Camilla, I've been busting my pick all day long to bring home the money you're so concerned about. And I thought maybe I could have a Sunday and zone out in front of the friggin' TV. Because, hey, you're right, my job is extremely stressful.
Talking about some simple estate planning, Tony, that's all.
You gotta be high up in the corporate structure to make that shit work for you. We don't have those Enron-type connections.
Bonds, then. There are these things called REITs that Brian told me about.
Bonds. Where's the capital for that?
In the Caymans, or under the mattress, or wherever you put it at zero growth.
The money stays where it is. With what's going on in the world today,
There's always some excuse.
there's no cash in this house. Not since the last bust. Check the vents. And I provide for my children.
Yes, Tony, you do. But I don't know how you do it because you won't tell me. Well, let me tell you something. Or you can watch the fucking news. Everything comes to an end.
Morning, Tom.
Man, you can tell that Sunday started so pretty looking, and then it just became all mushed up and melted at the end. That just tells you there's a lot of shit going on. You can't even enjoy the Sunday. I mean, it looked pretty, and whatever looked pretty just dissolved into mush, like into liquid.
Stay over there. I was able to reach everybody. What the fuck you doing?
What, Tone?
You're wasting fucking ice.
Oh, it's mostly melted.
We can fucking argue with me now?
No, Tone.
You don't have to see the monthly statements from this place. We're hemorrhaging fucking money out of here.
No, Tone, you're right. I don't.
Think that shit grows on trees?
Ice? No, I don't.
The economic strain affecting everyone now.
I think you are. I think
Everything.
you're getting a fucking attitude on you.
I'm not.
ice, Tone, when it hangs around.
Hey, Georgie, be quiet.
But it gets watery. It dilutes the drinks, especially scotch.
Jesus Christ. Here, throw it all away there. Waste it all, fucking John D. Rockefeller. Waste it all.
What? Georgie always has to get a beat down. Like, he's right. We're trying to provide great service to customers. It's scotch on the rocks, not scotch on the water. Oh, you know what that shot reminded me of? Tracy right there. That shot right there, because I remember we cut away to a similar shot of Tracy's body near the sewerage. Oh, man. I don't know. That shot gave me flashbacks to Tracy right there. I know it was at night, but...
Where were you?
Wire.
I want to know what a zero growth in this family's receipts. There's the fucking money. You're supposed to be earners. That's why you got the top tier positions. So each one of you go out to your people on the street, crack some fucking heads, create some fucking earners out there.
Times are bad.
The guy. We talked about this over at the other place. With the guy. The councilman. What the fuck happened to that?
It petered out.
It petered out.
It died on the vine.
It died on the vine.
It died on the vine. The guy, he moved or something.
Oh, nobody knows what the fuck I'm talking about.
You know what? It could be a situation as well where Ralphie's side of the family is keeping their cards close to their chest, and over time they've been slowly cutting the money and keeping it to themselves, and making an excuse for why it can't be spread out evenly or dispersed, or Tony's not getting his share. Because at the end of the last season, obviously they don't know how the economy is going to go, and you saw with the what's his name, not the councilman, the assemblyman, I think it was, there was business opportunities that were brewing. There was the construction, the building, the new site that was going on, so there was business and money to be made there. I'm not sure if that's all done or if that's been put on a halt. Or like I said, there seems to be some economic crisis going on here where, a lot of things have been, put to a standby.
It's a pyramid since time immemorial. Shit runs downhill, money goes up. It's that simple. I should not have to be coming here, hat in my hand, reminding you about your duty to that man. And I don't want to hear about the fucking economy either. I don't want to hear it. So, break it down for him. What two businesses have traditionally been recession-proof since time immemorial?
Certain aspects of show business and our thing.
That's it. That's all I gotta say. Frankly, I'm depressed and ashamed.
There's clearly a problem. If those, yeah.
Is that what your coach laid out for you as a training breakfast?
Hey, it's carbs. Damn, Carmela.
The shelf in the garage is still loose.
Is that where he kept the plane tickets? Oh, it's a loose tile. He did say it wasn't in the vents.
Ralphie and Ro are coming out here today? I thought we got that straightened out months ago. And it's not Uncle Ralph.
I asked you about inviting them the other night, and you said,
I must have been focused on something else.
Yeah, well, it's Ro's birthday, and she's very down.
Anthony.
Ro's still wearing black. She's in mourning.
Oh, cool. 74 shovelhead. I could blow up Porsches on that thing.
Not my dad's Boxster.
What's your name?
Matt.
Matt. No offense, but your dad's Boxster is a Porsche with panties. Hey, he knows what I'm saying. I mean, that's for the Hamptons, the Boxster. I'm talking Turbo Carrera. One time I'm alongside this Turbo with doctor plates. We come off the line. He's got this big Jew grin.
Look how close Janice is sitting next to Ralphie. Look, she's angled towards him and Rose a bit more distant, and the way she's looking at him. Janice, you have a way for toxic men, honestly.
You're not Jewish, are you, Matt?
Half.
Anyway, he knows it's all in fun. We at the intersection, Passaic Avenue, New Dutch Lane. We're doing 110. Boom! Right through the light. He wasn't grinning then, boy. I look back. He's white as false teeth.
Jason Mangelli's parents let him get a YZ250.
You get on that bike, I will cut your legs off before the bike.
Nice handlebars, you know.
Go Stern, don't you got somewhere to be?
I gotta hit the little boys one.
You guys need some help?
In my day, there was a motorcycle called the Vincent Black Shadow. Boy, did that thing take off.
The Hoods all drove those. They beat you up that time. You remember on City Island? He'd just gotten out of the Navy. I think he weighed 105 pounds.
Oh, we're gonna continue to
Did you see
belittle.
any action in World War II, you?
Little bit. I was stationed in Nova Scotia, but I'd caught diverticulitis. Is the weight loss she's talking about.
Oh my God, you're eating. I'm so sorry.
Oh, don't worry about it. Come on in.
Absolutely. You want something?
No, my God, thank you. I just came over to borrow the samovar for my cousin's baby shower. Oh, this is my friend Danielle Ciccolella. This is Christopher's cousin Tony. Tony.
How you doing?
Don't think about it, Tony. Don't think about it. Don't think. Oh my.
Cousin Carmela.
Danielle.
Full home. Thank you.
Tony
Where you
too.
from, Danielle?
Whippany.
Want some in a set?
No, thanks.
Oof. This thing needs polishing.
Oh, that's why he went to the little boy's
Bathroom
room.
downstairs.
It's me, Janice.
There's a bathroom downstairs.
I know.
You want to do coke? That's why. You got.
What?
What are you doing?
Nothing. Come on.
I knew it.
Okay, you can do that.
We got Christopher with the heroin or the ice, and Janice with the coke.
How's Ro doing down there?
Very quiet, you know. It's to be expected.
They got her on medication. I don't think it's helping.
Ah, Bartleby. All humanity.
Danielle, did you see the loggia?
That loggia was my daughter's idea.
You know. I love the episode, the Christmas episode, right, involving the signs, or them sort of reflecting on Pussy, and you know the times were like, okay, this is the time he flipped, this is the time he flipped. Oh, we should have noticed then. We should have noticed then. I'm interested to see if they, quite get onto Danielle a bit early, because she's she's inquisitive. The way she looks, it's a bit too out there. She's not discreet about it. I don't know, because. I don't know if it's because we as the audience members know we just are like, okay, she's too obvious because we know, but maybe to them it seems normal. Oh my, not in the very own bathroom.
I was stationed in Nova Scotia. Well, I told you that. Anyway, there was nothing for them to do.
2 seats missing.
Great seafood, but other than that.
Oh, speaking of the assemblyman, here he is.
Because of the vote, Omni is going to put up a hotel with a galleria on the first floor. Word came down yesterday.
Okay.
Galleria. 50 stores selling sneakers and turnip greens.
It's a demographic imperative. Hoboken's maxed out. Your product people are already moving to Down Neck. Where are they going to go next?
You know, my old man, he had a piece of the garbage transfer station in Lower Manhattan back in the 70s. Now, people told him, stop buying up the abandoned buildings around here. But he couldn't see it.
And now it's Tribeca. Here, Tony. I'm borrowing money myself to grab up parcels along Freeling Heights and Ave through a shell company. And a private citizen like you, who's going to quibble with patriotic entrepreneurism?
My uncle has property down on Freeling Heights.
Mr. Soprano.
I remember you. You're the one that made my dreams a few
Hey,
kisses ago.
he can sing. He can sing. He can sing. I saw him cook a couple episodes. No, the last episode, sorry.
A couple months. But after that, what would you say? Me and you. Una bella giornata to that city called Atlantic. I have many dear friends there. I could show you quite a time.
Thank you, but I don't gamble.
With me, it's never a gamble.
You know, today is my last day.
Where you going?
Back to school. Anyway, I'll come say goodbye when you're done here.
You're trying to rizz her up, man. He's doing well. Oh my! Look at the way she's looking at Tony. Oh.
Fucking luck.
So what is it today?
I find it ironic that one of the systems in the back of the room, or like the scale thing, is called Detecto. Like I find it ironic.
It's becoming clear to me Murph can't run my operations while I'm in court. He's starting to forget things. His words... Sometimes there's food on the front of his shirt, the poor bastard. I'm gonna move Bobby up.
Yay!
It's a good choice.
I wasn't asking, I'm telling. So you know who to talk to.
Bobby know yet? Well, I think we should bring him in here. He's gonna be a very happy man.
I don't think he's gonna be a happy man. I don't think he wants those responsibilities, unless we see a newfound Bobby. Exam room. Oh, he putting the money in the seeds. That's why he's getting those bags. Oh, that's a lot of corn. That's a lot of corn.
Don't try at the beauty parlor.
I got the last of the tomatoes.
Oh. Yeah, they were good last night.
It's a little late in the season for ducks, no?
Well, not necessarily. You know, the ones from upper Canada, this is the south of them.
That is the biggest bull.
Hello? Let me first say, I can't tell you how touched I was when my nephew told me you wanted me to call. Anthony only talks to me through middlemen.
So what'd they pinch you for?
Gun charge. I drove out to visit Lenny Scottis. Don't know if you know Lenny. Him and I used to have that little club down in...
Doesn't matter.
Anyway, my first night here, we drive out to visit Dean Martin's birthplace in Steubenville. Cops pull us over for no left blinker. Long story short, they find a piece under the seat. Fucking 38. Turns out it was you did an unsolved murder out here from 8 years ago.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
So what can I do to help?
You're too much. Nothing. The lawyer said they'll keep us here as long as they can, till they make their case or unless somebody cops to it.
Keep your dick up.
Well, leave that. Don't touch that. My probate's coming on. John, love you, babe. Don't let me rot now.
This is interesting. Is Paulie slowly drawn the Johnny Sack side? Because Johnny Sack is basically playing him here or using him completely.
Hello?
Turns out I gotta work tonight.
I see.
You see what? You're so concerned about our finances. Where do you think it comes from?
Well, be careful driving home.
Which woman is he with now? Which woman is he about to kiss? Come on. Show the nurse. Show the nurse. Oh, turn off the pots. Oh, no.
Here's the newest hotel.
Okay, it's a boys' night. It's a boys' night. Here we go. No more Kane.
Anything else with the Esplanade I should know?
Nah.
Oh, it's a girls from Icelandic Air.
Isn't that disrespectful right there? That the one, like, I know he's the one wearing, I think he's the one wearing the wire, but he didn't stand up to congratulate Tony or have the toast, and he's asking a bit more.
Come on in.
All right, let me get the fuck out of here.
Oh, no, it's not this guy. It's a different guy. My bad.
He's gonna be all right.
Tell him he's not prez, etc.
I'll be sure and let him know.
One other thing, though. John said he went to a cookout at your house.
Yeah.
Don doesn't wear shorts.
All right, come on. Elevator's here.
Yo. Yeah. Let's go.
Put the heroin in the toilet.
You have a good time tonight?
All right.
Learn anything?
Like what?
Anything. You want to sit down with two bosses.
You got a real hard on for me, that's all I know.
Oh, you think so?
It's fucking obvious.
Take the Parkway.
You know, with all the things there are to eat on this island, with breadfruit, mangoes, papaya, not to mention the fish in the sea, There's no question about it.
I feel like Chris is misunderstanding the point here completely. Tony is just trying to see, you know, if he's observant. You know, you had to sit down with two bosses. Like, exactly, what did you learn? What did you get out of this occasion besides maybe the free heroin or locking yourself up in the door, and that's it? Like, you learned nothing. And Chris needs to, like, I'm just talking about mafia side of things here. I know what they're doing is completely wrong and things like that, but mafia side of things, if he really wants to work his way up to the top and learn from the best, he should have been very observant tonight. He should have, you know, engaged in that conversation with Tony, but Chris is completely misreading the point. I feel like he's taking Tony's, no aggression towards him, but Tony treating him very harshly in a wrong way. He forgets, I feel like that Tony's trying to mentor him here.
The agent's been pulled to testify at your trial.
Is it the nurse?
All right, pull up over there.
Wow. Is it the nurse or is it the doctor? Who knows? Too many people are flipped here, man. Or is it one of the boys, possibly? One of the boys that was in the waiting room. I don't know. Because no one was allowed in that room.
Guy in there killed your father.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Barry Haydu. Detective Lieutenant in the Clifton Police Force. Retired today. That's his retirement party.
Everybody always told me he was a fucking cop. I thought he was dead. My mother can't even talk about it.
Did the hit for Jilly Ruffalo. Jilly and your old man were in a can together. Jilly stabbed your old man's cellmate to death. So when your old man got paroled, he tracked down Jilly. Took out his eye so bad he couldn't even put a glass on it. Loyal, your old man.
That's what I heard. Some guy's eye. They hit my dad right outside my house, right? He was bringing home a crib for me?
Yeah. Well, no, he was outside the house, but he wasn't carrying a crib. He had a bunch of TV trays. Could have been a crib just as easily. That rat fuck was in uniform then. Gambler like you wouldn't believe. He did it on contract. Made a lot of money over the years.
So how come he's still fucking walking?
Because he's been useful. What has outlived it? As of his cute little ceremony this afternoon.
Is that him? With the sombrero on?
No, you can't tell from here. Well, maybe. Maybe it, yeah. Yeah, probably. Hey. Nice house, apparently. Say he paid cash for it. Good luck. Questions?
Could the story about this guy taking out his dad be made up and Tony's just trying to get Chris to take out somebody? Chris got to be very careful here. This is interesting here because I feel like Tony's kind of fabricated this story here a little bit. Whether it's the cop that took out his father, maybe the cop was on duty, and Tony could have spun the story and he was just doing his job at the time. And you have to take into consideration these guys are involved in the mafia, like, and they're just cops doing their legal things. He could have made up the thing about not legal things, but doing their job, doing what they're supposed to do. It could have been a shootout, you never know. And Tony's clearly fabricated the story here, and I feel like he's trying to cement Chris as like the heir to the family, or to get him to do something you know, that I don't know, that cements his status or something, or to like project him even further. But I feel like Tony doesn't know that this could potentially have disastrous consequences for Chris. Is this trying to get him to become closer to Chris, or because I feel like it's going to distance themselves even more from it? Because we see Chris this episode, we see what state he's slowly descending into with the heroin and the ice, and you know, future consequences of that are going to be very, very detrimental to his character. you see, like, he's on it now. He's on it now. You see how, you know, he's not thinking straight. Immediately he descends to rage. Like, what satisfaction is this gonna bring Chris? I feel like it's just gonna provide him nothing. It's just gonna be hollow, and he's just, if anything, it's just gonna add to all the problems he has at the moment. Like, he's not thinking straight. He's not thinking clearly. Okay, Chris has a clear choice here. He doesn't have to do this. He doesn't need to do this. He could just let it slide and let it be. But it's interesting. Oh shit! Damn.
Engraving on this watch says you retired today. Well,
And this is a situation where Chris has made up his mind already.
a little bit helps.
We've seen it so many times where characters are captured or trapped.
Rough divorce, huh? She must be a real vile twat. Hope she didn't pass it on to your daughter.
Listen to me. Not too late to cut your losses. Unlock me, give me the weapons. I promise you, I will do whatever is in my power to help you.
Maybe. Let's come back to that. You remember Dickie Moltisanti?
No.
No? Is that what you said?
Is he a friend of yours?
He was my father.
Steaks and Newport fries.
I love how you have the fish in the background as well, the marlin. He looked at that steak and saw Gloria.
So are you, mentally prepared for this promotion?
Oh, yeah.
How's our steak?
Okay.
Hon,
Yeah?
got a steak stand over here? Rare?
Coming up.
Yeah, I get my steak rare too.
No, because it's a lot of added responsibility.
I think it should have happened sooner.
Seems like he's taking it well.
How's your family doing, you know, since the tragedy with your dad?
Rough on my mother.
Yeah, well. How old is she now?
She's 69.
I think also this...
really went downhill after the World Trade Center. You know, Quasimodo predicted all this.
Who did what?
All these problems, the Middle East, the end of the world.
Nostradamus. Quasimodo's the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
All right. Notre Dame.
Nostradamus and Notre Dame. It's two different things completely.
It's interesting, though, to be so similar, isn't it? Then I always thought, okay, Hunchback of Notre Dame. You also got your quarterback and your halfback of Notre Dame.
When's a fucking cathedral?
Obviously, I know. I'm just saying. It's interesting, the coincidence. What? You gonna tell me you never pondered that? The back thing with Notre Dame?
No.
You gotta start seeing the world through a different lens.
Look.
I feel like right here, Tony having this conversation with Bobby is a missed opportunity and just goes to show how distant he is getting from Chris. I feel like Chris and Tony should be the one having this conversation over dinner. Tony's the one that should be talking to Chris about their problems and sorting things out here, not distancing him themselves even further and sending him on this thing right here.
I don't know who told you I had anything to do with the death of your father, but their information is faulty. Or they are deliberately not telling you the truth.
Are you inferring that you didn't take cash from Jilly Ruffalo to whack my father while he was carrying a TV tray for me to watch TV?
I don't know anybody named Ruffalo. You're being set up. He's lying to you, whoever he is.
I feel like this guy would have told the truth by now if he...
Wouldn't make any difference.
What do you mean it wouldn't make any difference?
He wants you dead.
All right, look. I got a boat. It's a Sea Ray 230. It's almost brand new. I didn't kill your father, but you could... You don't want a cop kill on your head!
TC. I'm not gonna take on a limo in this car.
He's a fantastic actor, that guy as well. The one on TV at the moment. He's in 3 Men and a Little Lady? 3 Men and a Little Baby?
I'm sorry. What are you gonna do? Honk your horn. In a Ferrari?
Special Investigator Finneday. You're under arrest. What's the charge, officer?
Well, we're gonna frame it as a suicide.
Reckless driving. Endanger.
Better, you two are terrific.
As soon as they come through the door, we're gonna nail them.
Oh, shit.
Families both in that city and in New York. The street where the robbery took place was littered with bills of all
You're not wearing her ring?
Uncle Joe. Hey,
Fucking Grand Central Station?
Junior,
Everybody's over. All stops to Uncle June's house.
My bar is soap.
He had a little scare. Thought it was a shunt in his heart. He passed some gas. He seems better.
Why don't you go on Joe Franklin? Tell the whole tri-state area.
I know what happened. It's bad, but it's not worth getting yourself sick over.
I feel like they're waiting for the trial as well to reveal who that informant was or the agent was in the doctor's office.
Doesn't have cable.
Bobby's
Actually,
kid.
we're gonna go. Okay, June, you got everything?
Thank you, dear. You've been wonderful.
Bye, Kat.
Bobby's wife looks like a no-nonsense individual. She looks awesome. Like,
Must have been that piece of tail.
no, you never know.
As far as the actual conversations, what could she hear?
You better hope nothing.
How do you know it's
'Cause
she?
You were involved in every fucking one.
Is that why she said she had to go away? My last day.
Fall for that flirty shit. That's the point.
Hey Tony, don't say it. Don't be a hypocrite here, man. You're doing the same thing.
For thinking, and okay, maybe I can give you some relief.
I love how this episode, as well as the episode has progressed, you can see that Tony's starting to get that stubble on his, like, he's starting to get more facial hair. You know, he's not, you know, there's no time to relax here. He doesn't even have time to shave. It's a very stressful episode here.
You got that empty garage over on Freeland Heights Avenue. You've been trying to sell it. I'll take it off your hands.
The fuck you gonna do with it?
I don't know. I'm trying to help you out.
How much?
100,000.
Who gives a fuck anyway?
Hey, come on.
I was led around by the nose, Anthony. You're right. A young coos smiled at me and birds started chirping. Time was, my instincts would have never failed me like that.
So what are you now, the amazing Kreskin?
What did I tell her? Did I say anything could be used against me?
I don't know. Bullshitting. Singing.
Atlantic City, Jesus Christ. I'll be sitting right across from her in the courtroom.
I feel like the show is pinpointing that it's that woman, but I feel like we're gonna get the show's throwing a bone here, all right? And we're gonna get completely rickrolled.
Have something to eat.
It's bait.
I'm an old man, Anthony. An old man is going to trial. There's much else to say about me.
But then she starts ragging on me about the future. How she's worried. I mean, what's gonna happen to them if I'm dead? And buy bonds and all this shit.
A lot of people are feeling vulnerable.
But on the other hand, she's right. Not that I'd ever tell her that. Because then she want to know, where's the money, how much?
Don't you want Carmela to be taken care of?
She is. Anyway, she's right, that's the point. Over the last couple of years, I've been doing a lot of thinking.
And?
My uncle definitely snapped it into focus. What's he, 72 years old? What's he got? Fucking shitty house in Belleville and a bunch of legal bills that make you goggle Drano if you had them. I've analyzed it. There's two endings for a guy like me. High-profile guy. Dead or in a can. Big percent of the time.
You've never talked this frankly.
Even with all this terrorism shit, the government has resources up the ass. As far as legal bills...
Anthony.
What?
Why don't you give it up?
Oh. You don't let me finish.
Dead or in the can?
There's a third way to wrap it up. You rely only on family.
Not many men could survive without the love and support of their wife and children.
No. I'm talking about business. You trust only blood.
Yeah, but even blood can turn on you.
A friend of mine. Guy whose name you would know. Stayed out of the can and in charge. Living in Florida till he was 81 years old because he only gave orders to his son. No other conversations that could come back in testimony.
So maybe he could like potentially turn into like, you know, change the role a bit, go from high profile to low profile, but still be at the top and low profile, you know, giving orders to his son.
Son?
No, not AJ. What I've been dealt is my nephew. He's gotten his act together, the kid. And over the last couple of months, I started the process of bonding him to me inseparably.
How?
What are we can't get into?
Didn't your uncle do that with you? You said his life is like a desert.
42, I'm already more successful than my uncle ever was. You see my house.
Anthony, why are you telling me this?
I don't know.
I think he's a bit fearful here of the future.
I trust you.
There's no certainty.
A little.
The picture of his father on the left. Yo, Christopher's been excellent this episode, acting-wise, like phenomenal.
Hey, Mom. What the hell are you doing here? You scared me to death. Just stop by, see how you're getting along.
You ever do anything like a normal person? There is a bell.
So how you been?
Fine.
Jesus. That's Jason?
He has a weight problem already. 8 years old.
Damn.
She never had him baptized. She thought she knew everything.
Actually, I was hoping you'd make me one of your fluffernutters.
What's that on the table? Daddy's Navy picture?
You ever miss him?
When he was in prison? Or since he's been dead?
I don't know.
Same response right there as Tony in the previous scene. You know, I don't know, when Melfi posed the question to him, and then now Christopher's mom poses the question to him. He's like, I don't know. They both, I don't know.
Did I saddle you with a stepfather?
Uncertain.
I don't have any peanut butter. I haven't kept it since you left. I can't make you a fluffernutter.
Aww.
You want French toast?
Nah. I gotta go. Aid sends her love.
Right. Say hello.
You watch that Bailey's. I'll give you a shot in the head.
Look who's talking.
What?
Never mind what.
That's blood money. You gonna pin it to the fridge? Let that serve as a reminder. I took out the guy that killed my father, allegedly. That's the same song from the beginning of the episode. Interesting there how he pulled, how the camera slowly pulled into an extreme close-up shot of obviously the $100, was it the $100 note bill right there, and that individual on it. I'm not sure if that's Benjamin Franklin. I don't know. I don't know my US money too well. But I like that as well, how it pulled in to the eye of the $100 bill right there, or whatever bill it was, because I feel like that's also meant to have another meaning in terms of like there's individuals keeping an eye over this family. Someone's watching them. You know, you have Aid's friend. You have obviously, I think, 2 rats now within the family as well. The guy, they both have glasses actually, but I think it's two rats in the family as well. But yeah, that could have more than one meaning right there, that eye. And as well, the episode's titled For All Debts, Public and Private. Double, like, heaps of meanings for that. All the debts, I don't know, the debts Uncle June has to pay, you know, the public debts for the lawyer fees. You have the private debts as well. I don't know, do you count that as a debt, as Chris taking out that guy? Is that a debt he had to owe to his father to take out his alleged killer right there? Yeah, there's obviously the debts involving Carmela and things like that. And it's a very interesting episode, this one. Setting up a potentially stressful season 4 in terms of like economically for Tony. Like it seems like the money's not flowing as well as it has been. Obviously, there's a lot of talk about 9/11 this episode and the changing economic status of the USA. So how's that going to impact you know, the mafia and things like that? And it's going to be interesting to see how the season plays out. And obviously you see Chris this episode, you know, descending into that, you know, the heroin and things like that, or the ice, whatever he's doing, whatever drugs he's doing, and how is that going to impact him for the future? You know, Tony, see, he's blinded, I guess, by I don't know, I feel like his judgment on Chris is not as assertive as he thinks it is. And yeah, you can only trust blood, but can you really trust Chris at the moment? Not in terms of like trust him in a way where he's gonna do the right thing, or like he's gonna have, you know, accurate judgment, but you can't actually, because of the drug problem he has. That's gonna cause him to not think rationally and things like that, or like in terms of like from a mafia standpoint, not think straight. He could potentially commit suicide. You know, he put the gun to that that cop's head. Is he gonna have suicidal thoughts in the future? So it's gonna be interesting to see. Even Ralphie's got a drug problem, so him and Janice, Tony hasn't addressed that as well. He's got an inclination as to what's going on there too. So I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to episode 1 of season 4. As always, it's been your boy Elie Moses. Take care. God bless. Peace.